knee. That should have been a knockdown. I thought I should have won a competitive fight. I think I did what I needed to do necessary to make the rounds. Just a little frustrated with the scorecard.
ESPN analysts strongly criticized Gervonta Tank Davis for turning down a rematch with Lamont Roach, calling it a bad look for the undefeated champion. Fans were eager to see Davis step back into the ring and prove himself, but his decision not to immediately run it back with Roach has sparked speculation that he might be avoiding a real challenge. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe didn't hold back, calling Davis out for not acting like a true champion. With the boxing world buzzing and fans demanding answers, Davis is feeling the heat. Many are now questioning whether he dodged a fight that could have defined his legacy. Lamont Roach Jr. has been vocal about wanting a rematch, stating that when he signed for the first fight, an immediate rematch clause was included in the contract. Roach is hopeful that the fight will happen soon, ideally in July, but he is waiting on Davis and his team to finalize a date. The initial fight between Davis and Roach was highly anticipated, with fans expecting Davis to dominate. However, Roach exceeded expectations, pushing Davis.
He didn't fall down on himself. The wind didn't push him and made him fall on his knees. I had to boom, hit him with that right hook, hit him with that left hook, and made him fall. Hit him with that body shot. I don't know, but that wasn't an official knockdown. Me, I feel like that should have been an official knockdown. But hey, I'm not a professional, bro. I don't even know the rules, bro. I just know, boom, don't hit nobody in the back of the head. Don't hit nobody. Keep your hands up at all times. And no low blow shots. That's all I know. So y'all, if y'all want to anticipate, they need to have a rematch. Should they have a rematch? Yes or no? Y'all let me know. Should they have a rematch? Yes or no? Do y'all actually want to see the rematch? Yes or no? Because me, I want to see the rematch. I need to see a rematch because, bro, this was too good of a fight for it to be a draw. Like they should have that same night. All right, it's a draw. We're going for 3 more rounds. 3 rounds, 1 minute round. Boom, we got to settle this.
Throughout the bout. The most controversial moment came in the 9th round when Davis unexpectedly took a knee. He later claimed it was due to hair grease getting into his eyes, impairing his vision. The referee did not count it as a knockdown, a decision that has been widely debated. ESPN analysts questioned Davis's explanation, with Smith stating that champions must be fully prepared both mentally and physically. Max Kellerman added that the incident raised concerns about Davis's training and focus. Fans and analysts alike gave Roach credit for his performance, with some believing he did enough to win. Many pointed to the 9th round controversy, arguing that it should have been ruled a knockdown. Smith initially expressed doubts about Roach's size disadvantage against Davis, but after the fight, he admitted that Roach proved his skill. Other fighters, including Ryan Garcia, also weighed in, stating that while Roach is talented, he lacks the power to hold off Tank. The fight ended in a majority draw, with one judge scoring at 115 to 113 for Davis, while the other two had it even at 114. To 114. Roach was frustrated with the decision, believing he had done enough to win. He immediately called for a rematch, stating, "I definitely thought I won, but we can run it back." Initially, Davis showed interest in a rematch, aiming for it to happen by the end of May. However, in a later statement, he suggested that an immediate rematch was not his priority, hinting at other plans for his next opponent. The controversy surrounding the fight escalated as the New York State Athletic Commission launched a review of the outcome. Many argue that the 9th round knee should have been ruled a knockdown, which could have changed the result in Roach's favor. Even without the knee, some fans felt that Roach outworked Davis. Social media exploded with debates, with hashtags like #RoachRob trending. Floyd Mayweather commented that Roach gave Davis a real fight and that a rematch made sense. Shakur Stevenson added that Roach outworked Davis and that the draw seemed like favoritism. Despite this, Davis announced that he would be stepping away from boxing to focus on his mental health and personal growth. The undefeated WBA lightweight champion expressed a desire to become a better father to his 2 daughters, stating that boxing had instilled an aggressive mindset in him that he wanted to change. "I want to do therapy. I want everything out of me."
Roach didn't back down.
At all. At all. And did you see the size difference in the ring? Obviously, Roach being,
being the bigger man. But
Roach came up. Roach normally fights at 130. He came up to 135.
Hopefully, after I win, I can defend both. I want to unify, or if we do a rematch, then we could do that.
Everybody's trying to protect that oath. Ain't nobody want to take no chances because they feel now if I take a chance, I lose. Ocho, my career is like, bro.
So that I never think about fighting again, Davis said. He explained that he wanted to be softer and more humble for the sake of his family. As the controversy continued, the New York State Athletic Commission upheld the fight's result, stating that since the bout continued for more than 3 rounds after the 9th-round incident, it was not enough to overturn the decision. The commission cited technical difficulties that prevented an immediate replay review. Despite this, many fans and analysts believe the fight should have been ruled differently.
I don't happen to be a boxing fan that the fact that I do watch him fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long will it take?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
For sure.
Davis's decision to step away from boxing initially seemed final, but recent reports suggest he has reconsidered. He is now fully committed to securing a rematch with Roach, with a potential fight happening by the end of May. His change in attitude has sparked speculation that he is determined to prove himself again. Many believe that this fight could be crucial for Davis's career, as a strong win over Roach would silence his critics. Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult made a bold prediction that Roach will win the rematch by knockout. He believes that Roach has already shown he can go the distance with Davis and that next time, he will be better prepared. Showbiz
to Lamont Roach. Brother fought one hell of a fight. This was a damn close fight. Gervonta taking a knee should have been a knockdown. Either way, Roach has skill, fought his ass off, deserves nothing but respect. He earned the boxing world's attention tonight. He has mine. Thought he'd be too small. I was wrong.
Also dismissed Davis's claim about eye irritation, stating that such distractions won't matter in the rematch. He emphasized that Roach knows Davis's style well and will use that knowledge to his advantage. The WBA president, Gilberto Mendoza, added fuel to the fire by stating on Twitter that taking a knee without being punched should be considered a knockdown and that it affected the fight's result. MMA journalist Ariel Helwani also weighed in, saying that Davis's actions in the 9th round should have resulted in a knockdown call. He noted that under standard boxing rules, a fighter cannot call time or go to their corner mid-round for assistance. With all the controversy surrounding the first fight, fans are eager for a rematch. Roach has made it clear that he wants another shot, stating that he refuses to be satisfied with a draw. Davis has hinted that his plans have changed and that he now has...
I must say, enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on?
I didn't want to get caught. While my eyes was burning, and you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than But I didn't really know that you can get disqualified from all that, or when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
The fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. has sparked widespread debate, particularly over a controversial moment in the 9th round. Davis took a knee after a jab from Roach, a move that referee Steve Willis did not rule as a knockdown. This decision has been met with criticism, as many believe it should have affected the final scorecards. The New York State Athletic Commission later admitted that technical difficulties prevented the use of instant replay to review the incident in real time, forcing them to rely on the referee's in-ring call. Despite this admission, the commission upheld the original result, stating that because the fight continued for more than 3 full rounds after the disputed moment, the ruling did not ultimately determine the outcome. While some skeptics have argued that Willis's decision favored Davis, the commission insisted that the referee was prioritizing fighter safety, particularly considering Davis's claim that hair grease had entered his eye. The controversy intensified when WBA President Gilberto Mendoza made a statement reiterating his belief that taking a knee without a punch should be ruled a knockdown. He emphasized that, based on his 30 years of experience, the ruling may have affected the result of the fight. This comment has placed further scrutiny on Davis and the officiating, with many questioning whether the fight should be reviewed or even overturned. MMA journalist Ariel Helwani also weighed in, describing the fight as satisfactory but not exceptional. He focused on the 9th round incident, arguing that by standard boxing rules, it should have been counted as a knockdown. His viewpoint aligns with many fans and analysts who believe the referee's decision significantly influenced the fight's outcome. Helwani pointed out that a fighter taking a knee in boxing is typically considered a knockdown, and Davis also appeared to look toward his corner as if calling for time, a move that is not allowed under boxing rules. He noted that Davis then went to his corner mid-round to have his face wiped, something that should not have been permitted. Showbiz the adult dismissed Davis's explanation about eye irritation, suggesting that such distraction should not affect the outcome of a rematch. He believes that Roach has already shown he can challenge Davis over a full fight and will enter the rematch with even more preparation and determination. This time, Roach aims to leave no doubt by securing a knockout victory instead of relying on the judges. Many fans hope Roach will call out Davis in the rematch press conference with a pointed question: "You got any grease in your hair tonight, Tank?"
Make of that fight on the weekend. What did you make of the controversy in the room? Look, I had just finished my recovery session, so I was pretty docile and relaxed, and then a fight, especially at the start of it, wasn't too thrilling and too action-packed, so I was starting to doze off a little bit, but I woke up a little bit more when obviously Lamont started giving him some work, and he looked good, man. I got to give respect to Lamont Roach. He proved a lot of guys wrong. I think he shocked Tank a lot with what he was able to bring. And again, we saw the controversy with the knee. To me, that's a knockdown. You can't just take a knee and decide to, go to your corner and get your face wiped. So, if that's a 10-8 round, Lamont wins the fight. It's unfortunate, but that's the fight game. Hopefully they'll do it again and he gets paid, what he's worth. You ever seen anything like that in boxing before? A guy sort of just voluntary.
We've seen Floyd take a knee and be put on the count. We've seen Miguel Cotto, take a knee, obviously into his corner, be put on the count.
Roach's performance in the first fight exceeded expectations. He made Davis miss, landed counters effectively, and showcased high-level boxing ability. While Davis still had the edge in power, Roach displayed superior technical skills in key moments. Analysts, including Stephen A. S. Smith, acknowledged Roach's talent but questioned whether he had the size and power to compete at the highest level. Ryan Garcia also weighed in, noting that while Roach has impressive skills, he may lack the firepower needed to hold off Davis. The fight ended in a majority draw, with one judge scoring at 115-113 in favor of Davis and the other two at 114-114. Roach believed he had done enough to win and immediately expressed interest in a rematch. Davis confirmed that an immediate rematch clause was included in the original contract, meaning it is up to him to decide when the fight happens.
3 fights taking place Saturday night at the Barclays Center in New York City between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, Gary Russell versus Jose Valenzuela, and Sandor Martin versus Alberto Puello. Davis uses 80, knock somebody out inside of 85 punches because he's clearly capable of that. But I just see this as being a kind of fight where he's going to have to run him down. He's going to have to walk him down rather, and he's going to have to throw some punches before he ultimately catches him. And that's how I view it. So I'm going to go with more on this particular one. Next up.
While he initially hinted at retirement, he has since reconsidered and is now fully focused on securing a rematch, potentially as early as July. Despite the draw, the fight has led to widespread discussions about the consistency of boxing officiating. Roach and his team filed an appeal, arguing that the 9th round knee should have been ruled a knockdown. However, the New York State Athletic Commission upheld the decision, stating that fighters adjusted to the referee's ruling, making it inappropriate to retroactively change the call. Mike Tyson has expressed his admiration for Davis's abilities, stating that with the right choices and continued dedication, Davis has the potential to achieve legendary status. However, he also emphasized the importance of making smart decisions both inside and outside the ring. Tyson's comments highlight the need for Davis to stay focused as he navigates the next steps in his career. George Kambosos Jr. also weighed in on the fight, praising Roach's performance and questioning whether Davis is still capable of competing at the elite level. Kambosos noted that Roach surprised many by holding his own against Davis, a feat not many fighters have achieved.
Moves up and gives Tank Davis his toughest fight. I thought beating him on the inside, making him miss, putting offense behind defense after making him miss, being more active. Obviously, Tank's going to have the edge in power. Tank is going to have the edge in power strikes. I think ultimately the stats spoke to that. I don't think that this was a disaster. I think it'd be strong to call it a disaster. The fight was not great up front. The fight was not great in the middle, but it was very good. Now, not amazing, but definitely very good down the stretch. I think we can all agree with that.
To his advantage. The WBA president, Gilberto Mendoza, added fuel to the fire by stating on Twitter that taking a knee without being punched should be considered a knockdown and that it affected the fight's result. MMA journalist Ariel Helwani also weighed in, saying that Davis's actions in the 9th round should have resulted in a knockdown call. He noted that under standard boxing rules, a fighter cannot call time or go to their corner mid-round for assistance. With all the controversy surrounding the first fight, fans are eager for a rematch. Roach has made it clear that he wants another shot, stating that he refuses to be satisfied with a draw. Davis has hinted that his plans have changed and that he now has at least 4 more fights left in his career. If the rematch happens, it will be one of the most highly anticipated bouts of the year. The question remains, should Davis grant Roach an immediate rematch, or did he do enough to win? Fans and analysts are divided, but one thing is certain: if these two step into the ring again, the boxing world will be watching closely.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we can get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
We might see it in a minute.
However, he also emphasized the importance of making smart decisions both inside and outside the ring. Tyson's comments highlight the need for Davis to stay focused as he navigates the next steps in his career. George Kambosos Jr. also weighed in on the fight, praising Roach's performance and questioning whether Davis is still capable of competing at the elite level. Kambosos noted that Roach surprised many by holding his own against Davis, a feat not many fighters have achieved. He also criticized the 9th round incident, stating that a fighter cannot simply take a knee and expect to avoid consequences. With all the controversy surrounding the fight, one question remains: should Davis grant Roach an immediate rematch, or did he do enough to win? Fans and analysts continue to debate, with many believing that a rematch is necessary to settle the unfinished business. Roach is ready for another shot, Davis appears to be leaning toward running it back, and the boxing world is eagerly waiting to see how this rivalry unfolds.